So everybody, is Ten Hag on the verge of being sacked from Manchester United? In this video, we would dissect everything you need to know about the game. Talking about Eric Ten Hag as well. I mean, it's a few hours after the game. And yeah, we'll be discussing what Ten Hag got wrong against Bournemouth day after a disastrous 3-0 loss. And is he on the verge of getting sacked? I mean, a huge week ahead, as I've reiterated a lot of times for Eric Ten Hag regarding his future. I mean, Bayern Munich first and then Liverpool is going to be two really tough and intense games and it's going to look really tough for United. I mean, it's going to be a difficult week. I expect Eric Ten Hag to face a lot of criticism after this Bournemouth defeat. But let's get into it. So what did Ten Hag do wrong? I think initially when I first saw the team, I was pretty confident. I was confident before going into the game anyway. I did not expect that sort of result from Manchester United. I mean, the way that we started off, it was quite, as I said in my match reaction, the way that we started wasn't the greatest. I mean, we just didn't look at it. We didn't look confident at all. I mean, after a pretty good bounce back from that game against Chelsea, I expected us to kick on from that, and that's something that we didn't do. Now, Eric Ten Hag has got massively wrong today. I think he knows that and he acknowledges that, but it's not all his fault. I think some of the players today, the way they behaved on the pitch, some of the way that they went around the pitch was absolutely shocking, particularly our captain Bruno Fernandes. Now, we know we've all championed and we love Bruno Fernandes to be our captain, but some occasion he does fall out of place and he does look quite shaky sometimes. I mean, Eric Ten Hag does know, and we know how much Bruno loves being captain and taking on that role, but when he's picking up silly yellow cards, and it does come down to Ten Hag as well. What you do in a moment where you're losing. You know you've got a huge game against Liverpool next week with a lot of injuries as well. You just remove Bruno Fernandes from the game in about the 70th minute. That eliminates that yellow card, and that ultimately allows him to be part of that Liverpool game. What Ten Hag doesn't do, and I think all the fans could see that we should take Bruno Fernandes off. What Ten Hag does not do, or what Ten Hag does do, he keeps on Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes, we know he's a passionate, aggressive player, and things are not going his way. He is a player who tends to snap out, and he did that, and he ultimately got the yellow card. So, I mean, I thought the ref was really poor as well today, booking Reguilon and Højlund for those two fouls, but we'll talk about that in a bit. But yeah, going back to Bruno Fernandes, I think he has let the team down, and I think he knows that as he reflects upon the game. I think the way that he managed it was not how a Manchester United player should and captain should do that. He should be a leader, and I don't think it was one of his best games yet again today. We know Bruno Fernandes on this day can be one of our most important players, and still is one of our most important players now currently. So I do expect Bruno Fernandes to continue to kick on, and I do expect him to have some good performances for us. It's all about what you can do to eliminate those little poor decisions that sends us the wrong way. Now, in this game against Bournemouth, I think we knew about 30-45 minutes into the game that I watched the highlights and I've thought more about the game. I think 30-45 minutes, I think we could understand that Reguilon and Shaw don't work. Now, if Eric Ten Hag knows something doesn't work, you ultimately try and change that. I mean, every manager knows that. Every person who enjoys football knows that. If something's not working, you ultimately try and change it to try and combat the error that's going on. And I don't think Eric Ten Hag tried to do that at all. I think he would stick with the players that he had on in the pitch until it got really rough. It was 3-0 down where he decided to bring on Rashford and kind of go for the game. I mean, I think he knew the game was over when you're bringing on Højlund. No, what was it? Rashford, Pellistri, and... Was it Rashford, Pellistri? I think it was Rashford, Pellistri. I think he brought on Johnny Evans. So at that point, he knew that he had to throw something and had to go for the game. I mean, we knew Ragnin used to do it a lot. He would bring on Cavani and he'd have a front four. So Eric Ten Hag has utilised that a lot, putting Maguire up front in some games. But he knew it wasn't working, and that's what he tried to do. Now, going back to Ten Hag's future, which is what this video is about, I still think he has got a few games, but this week is vital. I'll do another video talking about the importance of both games and how we can win them. But this game is vital for his future for me. I think the way that he manages this week will be influential to his future. Two embarrassing losses could mean him potentially out of his job, and we don't want to see that because everyone knows I fully support Ten Hag. I think the performances and some of the ways we played games this season has not has not been to nowhere near the Manchester United standard that we used to see. We know Erik ten Hag's better than that, and we know we want to continue seeing that. But some of the performance today was abhorrent. Like the way that we managed the game as well. Couldn't even score, didn't even create chances, and that's something Erik ten Hag will look to work on. Now, some of the players that he's got to get the players flowing. Bayern Munich, I know they're already through in the Champions League, so how they approach that game will be interesting, but that's for another video. But going back to Ten Hag, I think there's some things that I don't think Ten Hag is doing right. I think number one, playing McTominay in that midfield. Yes, he scores goal, but for the output of being in that midfield, which is preliminary role of a midfielder, is to conduct the play in that midfield. And McTominay's position is one of the most important. Progressive carries, carrying that ball, transitioning it from from midfield to attack, and from passing it around. I don't think he's suited to do that role. At the edge of the box, McTominay is absolutely lethal. We know what he can do in the box as well. But when it comes to outside the box, we know he can be a bit of a not a limiting factor, but a bit of a liability, let's say. When the ball does come out of the box, we know McTominay is not the greatest, and that's something that has massively held us in our games over the years. But yeah, we have to see what Erik ten Hag can do. For me, I don't think he should get sacked. I think he deserves some more games, and he deserves a lot more time. In this first season, we know he got fourth place in the Carabao Cup. Now, this season, we'll have to wait and see. It's still relatively early on, and there's a long way to go for improvement. But yeah, let's see what happens. So yeah, for me, Ten Hag continues to stay for Manchester United. That was kind of a dissection of the Bournemouth game. We'll be leading up to all the other games now. We've got Liverpool, Bayern Munich. Yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos. Let me know which videos you want to see. Let me know which videos you want to see. Well, I said that twice. Let me know which videos you want to see. And yeah, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. I will be doing some more videos, obviously. But yeah, Ten Hag has got a few things to look out for. And he's got to be very careful with the players that he picks. He's got to get the players playing the right brand of football that will help him and keep him in his job. Because ultimately, that's what he wants to do. So yeah, that's all from me. Let me know if you enjoyed the video in the comment section below, and what your thoughts are on the Bournemouth game, because for me it was a shocking performance, and we're way better than that. I think the way that we play is so much better, and we should have been beating a team like Bournemouth, because it was a huge chance for us to capitalise on City's loss during the week and kind of match points and catch up points with them. But ultimately it wasn't to be today. Disappointing performance by the team. We continue to move on to the next game. So thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts. Peace.